Hello guys, how you all doing? And welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm smiling because I'm super excited because I'm going to be making a start on the cladding. Yes! Whoa! We have electricity! Okay, it's looking pretty good. Now, I gotta pop down to the builders merchants, grab some cladding and other little bits and pieces. So I'm gonna come back. I got the first fix electrics all ready to go. So I'll take the camera, come down to the builder's yard of me, we'll go and grab some timber and other little bits and pieces, and then we'll come back, we'll make a start. Okay, let's go. Some 4x1 smooth softwood, and it's going to give it a coat of warm oak. So I'm going to apply the first coat and see what it looks like. Okay, let's get cracking. Now bear in mind, this is only the first coat. It will need 2 coats by the looks of it, because it's a bit too light and it still has to dry. So I'm going to lean him up against the house, let him dry for a few hours, and then match it up with the flooring. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I put a time lapse on because it was a bit long and drawn out. You didn't want to watch the whole thing. So I put a little time lapse on for that. I'm going to leave it there to dry for a few hours. It doesn't look as though it's going to rain today. It's a lovely day today. So a few hours. I'm absolutely starving and I'm going to make a bacon sandwich. You coming? Hello again. Going to have a bit of dinner. Not quite dinner, more of a snack. Bacon sandwich and a cup of coffee, recharge your batteries and crack on with a second coat. Hopefully give that a few hours because it's about 2 o'clock now. It'll take me an hour to stain them all again. 3 o'clock. Give it 2 or 3 hours to dry, especially in the sun. It'll be faster. And then I'm hoping, with a bit of luck, I've emptied the van right now. I've literally emptied everything because I want to walk back and forth and hopefully get the cladding up. So that's the plan. I'll let you know. So we're all ready for the second coat. So let's get cracking. Okay, so here they all are with 2 coats on. Looking much better now with 2 coats on than what it was with 1 coat. So it's about 4 o'clock now. By the time they dry, which is about 3 hours or so, mind you they are in the sun, so maybe it's a little bit less, maybe about 6 o'clock. I'm thinking I might have enough time to do a couple. We'll see what happens. Right. Now because I'm on my own, it's going to be a little bit tricky because I got to try and hold it in place and screw it. I haven't got a plan. I'm just going to go for it. Okay, I've only half screwed that for 5 minutes. I will have 2 screws side by side eventually. I'm going to find out where the cables are next to all the holes a minute. There's one. We have cables coming through. Okay, that's 1. 1 to go, 5 down. Nope. 1 down, 5 to go. It's easy when you've done it once. Oh, this is gonna look fucking lush. Cable through the fabric and then through the hole. And the second one, it's easier to find out where the hole on the fabric is first and then feed it through the cladding. Don't try and do 2 at once. I pulled this off by accident because my arm was trying to squeeze up there, was I would have never found it. That's okay, I got a staple gun. I just staple that back up. That's no problem at all. Okay, 1 more down the other end and we are done. Okay, fucking job done. Look at that. Yes. Okay. Now that was the trickiest one because of all the spots. Now the ones on either side, I had to get that centre one bang on because all the spots are running down the centre. There's no lights going the other sides. So as long as I got that centre one bang on, now I can work my way 8 ways. So, it's getting dark. I want to get at least another 2 in. Yes. That, my friends, is looking fucking lush. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. Okay guys, welcome back. Now, I cheated a little bit. I cracked on and done a bit without the camera. And I'll tell you why. It was pissing down with rain for the last 3 days solid. I mean, 3 days non-stop rain. So I couldn't do any outside work. I've managed to get these 3 bits of timber in and 2 spotlights. Now I can do the spotlights and all the wiring inside the van in the dry, but because I haven't got windows yet, I tried to record what I was doing, installing these 2 spotlights, but there wasn't enough light and it was really bad footage, so I apologise for that. Now it's a lovely day, 3 days later. We're going to crack in and do the other 4 spotlights, but I'll talk you through exactly what I did with these 2, which turned out fucking fantastic in the end. So I also needed a few more crimps, which I'll go into in a second. I got most of them, but these ones are called piggyback. Let me show you. Now I also didn't buy enough of these crimps. They're called piggyback connectors. If you can see that. Right. Now basically they look like this. Right. So it's got a 3-way terminal. On the blue part, the wire from the spotlight goes in, and then you got 2 more connectors. You can put 2 more connections on. It basically means positive in, positive out, or negative in, negative out. So each spot needs 2 of these piggyback crimps. Now this is the piggyback connector. This is where the spot wire will go in. So it's negative coming in, negative going out, and I do exactly the same on the positive, positive in, positive out to make a circuit. Now I'm no qualified electrician. This is not the way to do it. This is the way I'm doing it. I'm only doing this for entertainment purposes, but obviously I'm going to do it properly because I'm going to be living in here. I'm going to have my daughters in here, so it is the correct way. Now before I screw that spot into place, I'm going to turn it on, make sure it's working. So let's do that. Whoa, we have electricity. Now these spots work off a touch, so they're on at the moment. Press them to switch them off, and then press them again for the blue night light. Touch them again for on, touch them again for off, and you can turn one on and turn the other one off if you want to. So if you was down here cooking, you turn one on. If my daughters were sleeping at that end, I can keep that one off. And the last one's a little bit different. We've only got the positive and the negative because this is the end of the line. This is going to be the last spot, which means we've only got positive going in and negative coming out. We're not going to spur off onto another one. So this one we don't need a piggyback connector, we only need a straight through connector. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the hole now, ready for the fan fascia to go into. So I've got a circular saw set up. I've marked out where exactly I need to cut, so let's do this. Goes over the top of the... Oh, look at that. That is exactly how the facer goes. How much more cleaner is that? Wow. How good does that look? Come see from my angle. What do you think? I'm gonna check back with you later on tonight when I got it back in night mode, got the bed set up, got some cooking going on, and you'll see the night lights too soon. With the van's shape, it goes, the top part is flat, but the corners kind of bend round a little bit. Now the one end, the wider ends, will come off the existing roof batten, and as it gets narrower, it will go up into the arch of the van. The bottom will be completely flat then. Does that make sense? And then I'll just screw that in with a self-tapper. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Now that's as far as I can go for 5 minutes. I have got a little bit extra, but I think I need a smaller piece of timber. These are 4x1, maybe a 2x1, like the roof battens. One little strip down there maybe, or 3x1. I'll measure it later on, but what I want to do first is get the wall up first, and then I can worry about that later on. But in the meantime, yeah, what do you think? I'm happy anyway. So, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks very much for watching. If you found it helpful in any way or you've enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you want to be notified for any future videos about the whole van process, and hit the bell button. And have a look at the previous videos as well about the floor and the insulation, the sounding, and even the electrics and spots and everything like that. So, okay, we'll see you soon. Thanks, bye.